Former President Trump says Vladimir Putin's invasion of Russia would not have happened under his watch.
I stand as the only president of the 21st century on whose watch Russia did not invade another country. On November 2024, they will find out like never before.
Joe Concha joins us now. And Joe, the former president got a lot of applause for that speech. What's your reaction to it?
Well, I think, Carly, it's fairly certain that Donald Trump is going to run for president again in 2022 after the midterms in November. He probably will make that announcement, I would imagine, early 2023. This is a potential candidate who got 74 million votes in the last election. It would be very difficult for any challenger to overcome that sort of head start. And look, it would be quite easy for Trump or any challenger, for that matter, whether it be a Ron DeSantis or a Tim Scott or anybody who decides to jump in, to draw a contrast with President Biden on inflation, on gas prices, on crime, on the border, on education, on foreign policy. There's a lot to go after the current president on right now. And President Trump, I think, senses a big opportunity here to draw that contrast and, again, run for president and be the 47th president if he were to run again. I think anybody running right now against a Joe Biden who is in the 30s on overall approval and on all the things I just listed, right now we have a country where something like, it was an NBC poll that came out, 22% of Americans believe we are on the right track right now. Wow. Instead of the wrong track. And when you have those sort of numbers, a lot of people would want the opportunity to challenge the current president. Guys.
Let's get to some more numbers, Joe. As Russia invades Ukraine, President Biden set to give the State of the Union address on Tuesday. This new Fox News poll finding Republicans maintain an advantage in the generic midterm ballot. 49 to 45 is the Republican versus Democrat advantage there. Is there anything Joe Biden can say in that speech on Tuesday night to turn those numbers around?
It's hard to see how to do that when words don't really mean all that much when people are seeing inflation at a 40-year high, when gas prices, because of this war in Ukraine, could go to $6 or $7 per gallon, right? When crime, when we have the FBI reporting that last year we have murders at a 25-year high, or 16 cities reported homicide records in 2021. On education, you have a Democratic Party that has become the anti-parent party in terms of choice, whether it be on their child's education, whether it be on mass, and then obviously what we're seeing here around the world in Afghanistan first, which it's hard not to draw a dot or draw that line to what's going on in Ukraine in terms of Afghanistan, horrible pullout. Now Ukraine, Putin senses an opportunity. Putin, a madman, thought that, okay, maybe we have a weak president here in the U.S. and a weak NATO in general. He's seeing that that may not be the case as far as Ukrainians fighting back, and now China, obviously, and Taiwan, and that may be the next chapter here in terms of an unstable world. So, it's hard not to see a red tsunami coming in, retiring Nancy Pelosi for good in the House as far as House Speaker. And the Senate, all you need is one net gain, and that goes back to a Republican majority. And then from there, that sets the table for a Donald Trump or any Republican, quite frankly, to take the White House back in 2024, Todd.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And, you know, people have said it. It's so true. President Biden is a wartime president right now, and he has the biggest speech of his political career coming up in just 2 days. So all eyes on him for sure. Joe, thank you so much for joining us this morning.